Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Dead by Daylight. And fates being what they are, I unfortunately do not have a stack for you today. I have Be Chased by the Killer for a total of 2 minutes with Meg Thomas. You all know my opinions on Chase Dailies by now, and if not, I usually have a whole episode about it. Rescue 3 survivors from the hook with Bill. Okay, not impossible. With the shape, level up Evil Within 4 times. That one might actually be worth doing. So, let's review. The shape is Michael Myers. He is from the Halloween franchise. He's one of the licensed killers, along with people like the pig and the cannibal and such. Small news, just by itself. His main ability is that by, default, he is slow, he is very obvious, and he doesn't really have any way of ending chases just by himself. His ability, therefore, Evil Within, is a tiered structure. So when he right-clicks, he enters into what is called Stalk Mode, and he gains power over time. So, whilst he is within Evil Within 1, which is what he starts in, he has no terror radius. He also does not trigger pretty much anything that actually tries to detect the killer. However, he has decreased movement speed and his lunge is also shorter. Evil Within 2, he actually has a terror radius, and he, once reaching Evil Within 2, does not ever go below that. There's no circumstance where you go below level 2 once you've achieved level 2. But his movement speed then becomes more normal, his lunge then becomes more normal, but not really anything else happens. And of course he's now more detectable. Evil Within 3 requires draining the, evil, as it were, from basically the entire team, depending on your add-ons. And, it's worth doing, because your terror radius now reaches its normal level, that of a normal killer, which is not terribly unsurprising. Hit survivors suffer from the exposed status effect, which means they go down in one hit, regardless of their current health total. Lasts for 60 seconds, after which its power is drained, and you go back to Evil Within 2 and you have to, charge it up again by stalking survivors once again. Your speed whilst stalked is very slow, so you don't really want to be doing it mid-chase, only if you're trying to end a chase anyways. What you will generally see people doing with this is that they will get to Evil Within 2 and then they'll leave just a little sliver left before they go into Evil Within 3 so that they can functionally let it off whenever they need it most. But of course, you might be more interested in the perks. Now, the shape and his survivor, Laurie Strode, same series, introduced what is called the obsession mechanic. You only have one obsession per game. They are marked by the, entity tendrils around their character portrait, and it usually indicates something rough is about to go down for that particular person. So, save the best for last. You become obsessed with one survivor, earn a token for each successful hit that is not dealt to the obsession. Each token grants a stackable 5% decreased successful attack cooldown. You can earn up to 8 tokens. Attacking your obsession makes you lose 4 of these. This basically means you want to leave the obsession alone for as long as you can, and then ideally kill the obsession at the end. You can only gain tokens if your obsession is sacrificed or killed, so you can't just kill the obsession at the start and just go ham. Play with your food is every time you chase your obsession and let them escape, you receive a token up to maximum of 3. Each token increases your movement speed. Each offensive action against anyone spends 1 token. Only 1 obsession per match. They are chosen at the start of the match, I should note. So these two combo nicely together. This one doesn't. Your obsession's altruistic action speed is increased by 38%. Once the obsession is killed or sacrificed, every other survivor gets a penalty of 19% to repair, healing, and sabotage speed. All of these end if you don't have an obsession anymore. This requires you to get rid of your obsession first. So, you generally don't want to be using these two with this. It's not a great combination. It's kind of just a waste of a perk. But, as it is, I don't have many perks. So, we're going in add-on-less. because I don't really have anything that will help me here. We're bringing in Hex Ruin 1, which means only half of the survivors are going to be affected by it. And we're bringing in Dying Light. So I have to try and focus down the obsession first. It should be noted that this perk does kind of encourage tunneling. Little bit poor manners, unsportsmanlike, but I'm level 5 here. I don't have many options. I'm level 5 and I'm rank 15. So, here we go. Okay, I've seen worse things in my life. Feng is the only one wearing any kind of prestige gear. Claudette is bringing in a torch. It's gonna depend on who gets the obsession and how good they are, I guess. So we got a Fragrant Prismers and a Sweet William. Boldness and altruism. Okay, you know, we can deal. Probably. Only have to do this 4 times. Well, if it crashes, then I'm doubly glad that I didn't put in any offerings. Okay, so despite being a fully released game, Dead by Daylight still experiences some bugs, the most notorious of which is the infinite loading screen, wherein you just sit there forever. So, seeing as I don't have an unlimited supply of time in the world, let's try that again. Now, the main thing with a daily, like, tear up evil within free 4 times is that every survivor has a set limited amount of evil that you can drain from them to charge up your power. Which then means every successive survivor that is removed from the game, that is killed, be it by Mori or otherwise, is less evil that you have available. So over time, it becomes harder to tear up your evil within, which generally means that Michael has only so many in his entire game, assuming that I kill anybody. Technically speaking, I don't have to kill anybody to get this daily. I might abuse that slightly. We'll see. Of course, it could also be that I tear it up once and then down every single player that's here, and then nobody has Unbreakable or Decisive Strike, but seeing as we have a Laurie Strode here, it seems unlikely. We'll see. And when this time we have 2 different torches coming in, and since we have Laurie Strode, it's extremely likely that we're going to have an obsession. Also, I have Dying Light, so we're likely to have an obsession, so yeah. Oh, and somebody brought in a White Ward. Interesting. I wonder which that was. White Wards are usually brought in by people who don't want to lose their precious valuable items. So I wonder which item it was. Now, of course, Lover's Dwelling, Red Forest, we have to be aware of the fact that whilst Michael has unparalleled stealth in his tier 1, Der Crackboom, that's interesting, that is not the Laurie that is our obsession. But that doesn't mean that the Laurie doesn't have Decisive Strike. Whilst we have unparalleled stealth, we are slow AF, and we have to deal with the fact that, well, we have to spend a lot of early game staring at people. There we go. Just gonna... Yep. Hi there, Meg, how are you? Yep, just... Thank you. Well, that's 1. That's 2. Is anybody else here? That includes my obsession as well. Jeez. Not that I have the slightest recollection of which one is which. Oh, and there's Laurie. Putting that to good use, but, ooh, apparently not good enough. But you have at least burned a lot of my time here. So who am I picking up? Okay, different Meg. I require a different Meg. Oh, this could go badly. Oh, I just downed 3 people on a single burst of evil within. Oh, this is not good. This is actually quite bad. Oh dear. Oh, thank God. You had me very worried. Okay, Laurie, stab me. I know it's coming. Dwight, don't do this. Okay, good backing up, and because I'm very slow, you managed it. Oh. Okay, because Dwight was backing up there, I wasn't able to hit him, which is good because I didn't remember at all if I was still in Evil Within 3. Okay, let's just tear up again. I'm just gonna leave that a little bit there. That's a complete waste of an Evil Within 3, but it's not my job right now to actually be getting good use of these. Also, if we're gonna be seeing a bunch of people blinding me, then I might as well. And everyone is injured. Dear gods. They haven't gotten a single generator yet. Oh. I'm not even running good perks here, everybody. This is just how it be sometimes. But hey, we're halfway through our daily. Now, of course, the theoretical observation is that if I was in a higher rank, I would be facing more skilled players, with probably more reliably higher tiered, Oh, hello, it's a bunch of people. That'll get me leveled up quickly. Hello again, Laurie. I suppose it's thematically appropriate if I'm just beaning on Laurie, but I swear it's not intentional. No. No. They got a gen! Hooray! There is a god! Oh, and they got my totem as well. Well, fine. I think it's done its job. I've gotten, like, how many hooks by now? And Meg is not hiding around here, so I got my third. Okay. Oh, hey, Dwight. There is a minimum distance to this. There we go. But of course you have to be right up to the killer, and that's generally a very stabby place, so people don't. Okay, let's take you over here, shall we? I heard that. I'm gonna have somebody in front of me trying to blind me in a second. I'd guess. No? Okay, fine. I mean, my totem probably... Saw some birds, but that was probably me. I probably have gotten some use out of my totem, but, dare I say, not terribly much. Come on, tier 3 down. Okay. There's no point in me draining right now. Thank you! I am actually possibly going to get this daily done in one game. Hooray! It's not a stack, but it'll do. Hello, Megan. Ooh! I was a little bit short there. But I can almost definitely get Megan. But this is not my this is not my obsession, however, because the claws around their icon is not in fact wiggling. Best quality of the obsession, their entity wiggles. Oh, look, I'm walking towards a pallet. No? Okay. This would be a nice time to have barbecue and chili, just so I have the slightest idea where anybody is. Okay, they've healed up. That is irrelevant when I'm in tier 3. But of course, I need to find them first. Yeah. Little bit harder. Little bit harder. And of course, we're down to 3 survivors, so... As mentioned, I have less potential evil to sup. Now they need at least one more generator to go off before they have access to the hatch. Oh. Megan? Megan. Don't know why I did that. Megan? Ooh, Megan's all sucked out, okay. And that's my obsession. Ah. Do it. There we go. Okay. Now, if you have more than one obsession perk, as a survivor, as a killer, it's irrelevant. You get an obsession either way. If you have more than one obsession perk as a survivor, however, you increase your odds of being the obsession. Which is to say, if you are running Decisive Strike, you are more likely to be chosen to be the obsession. This Meg is wiggling, which means they don't have Decisive Strike. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because that probably means that either the lorry who is dead had the Decisive Strike, or they're purely the obsession by nature of my perk. Hey, they have hatch access. Good for them. That is one potential way to find survivors when you're playing Myers, is if you are currently in stalk mode, players are a lot easier to see. Of course, they can also make themselves easier to see. Oh boy. It's you! And I can't drain any more evil off of you because I've not teared up again. Ah, I think I might actually be out of evil. Michael Myers goes on to lead a reformed life, working for a children's charity. Tell if that would be good or terrifying, but oh boy, it would certainly be a thing. Okay. And now that the obsession is dead, Dying Light is about to activate. There we go. Which means that the survivors remaining are going to be a lot slower. Dwighty, hello! I was playing you in my last video. Let's just, yeah. Dwight. Where'd you go, Dwight? You trying to pallet slam me? Oh, I hear somebody. Yep. Hi, Meg. Oh, people aren't getting their items back. Although I still don't know who actually used that. It might have been one of the people who's been trying to flashlight me all game. We'll see. Now we've misplaced Dwight, which means quite possibly came back to this. Yep. Now, there is a slim chance, a slim but very real chance. Dwight is our last man standing here. Dwights are known for going into lockers. I don't know what started this, like, idea that Dwights always use lockers and stuff, but since then there's been a back and forth in the community between lockers are completely useless and you should never bother checking them, to killers never check lockers, we should totally use them. So on and so forth. Oh. Hi, Dwight. You can keep trying it, I'm not coming over there. The second I come over there, you're getting this hatch. Such is the nature of the standoff. But we were going to be stood there forever if one of us didn't do something. So, unless you're secretly packing Decisive Strike, which you're not because you're wiggling. Ah, that is the end of that. Chop's a good one. Hatch standoffs are a long-standing thing in this game. It's very much a debatable matter of whether or not we need to add a mechanic on to remove them or all sorts, but it is good to not necessarily be completely in the lurch if there are still generators to go. But there we go, daily done. Give him a GG for that. That somewhat potatoey play, especially early on. Oh, 3 people to 1. Oh. But hey, we did it, and let's see what they were packing. So let me see, Sleepy Quentin, who was our last guy, had Prove Thyself, Borrowed Time, Self-Care, and Bond. Okay, not a terribly unusual selection there. And you were the one that burned the last mask. Okay. We also have Quick and Quiet, Sprint Burst, and Adrenaline on Raven Ash. Der Crackpoon had Quick and Quiet, This Is Not Happening, Adrenaline, and Sprint Burst, and they burned the White Ward because they had a Styptic Agent to automatically heal 1 health state. Okay, that's the, there's a red version to that will revive you completely up to full. Okay. I don't know that that was ever used, but okay. And Ich hab gedrückt, Adrenaline, Urban Evasion, Streetwise, and Dead Hard. So nobody brought Decisive Strike. Color me surprised, but you did bring an odd bulb. Oof, a red bulb. Okay, and then there's just me. Oh boy, I'm so sorry, all of you did not deserve to die to me. But that will be it for today. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time.